Good morning, everyone, and happy Black Friday to you all. Elaine Lowe and Ken Shreve here live at Investors Business Daily in Los Angeles. Today we're checking in on Rockwell Collins, Yeti, and Innoviva. But first, let's take a look at those indexes, all of which are trading lower today as oil prices have plunged. We have the Dow down nearly 0.7%, the S&P 500 down about 0.6%, and the Nasdaq down slightly, about 0.1% so far. What's going on? I know it's a half day today. How quiet is it?
Yeah, so the market will close today at 1 o'clock Eastern time, and I'll tell you, futures for the Nasdaq were not looking that good in the early going. Nasdaq was down about 1% versus fair value. It hit an intraday low of about 0.8% decline early Friday. It has paired all those losses. Like you said, it's mostly break even at this point. A little bit of selling pressure in the Dow and S&P 500, but we've got Rockwell and United Technologies in the headlines. We'll talk about a couple of other interesting growth names too.
That's right. So we have Rockwell Collins shares up after China approved a $30 billion merger with United Technologies. And so tell us, what's the action on Rockwell Automation today?
Well, it's a big rally for the stock. There was a little uncertainty. I mean, this deal had been approved by the U.S. Department of Justice back in early October, but with all the goings-on in China with the trade war and a lot of bickering back and forth between Trump and China, there was some question about whether or not China would give approval to this deal. But you can see a nice gap up for Rockwell Collins. So the deal is going to be approved. It's approaching its prior high of 142.61, and last check, United Technologies was up a little bit as well. So,
okay, right. And sorry, I meant Rockwell Collins, not Rockwell Automation. The ticker for that we're looking at is COL. All right, let's move on to Yeti. That would be the cooler brand. Ticker for that is YETI. Looking to be in the early stages of breaking out of its IPO base. Now, this fairly new stock has been performing quite well, also the subject of one of our recent stocks to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we've been all over this one, a very new issue, and you can see it's kind of bumping up close to a new high again today. But this is a stock that's known for some volatile price swings. You can see it can kind of trade in what we would call wide and loose fashion, but it's a small cap and not uncommon to see trading like that. But there's a pretty good fundamental story here. Apparently the company's hard and soft coolers work quite well, and they're selling a lot of them. So this is a nice breakout from an IPO base with a 1755 entry, and it's a pretty liquid stock too, 1.5 million shares on average a day. So pretty good looking name here.
All right, then. And then lastly, let's take a look at an IBD 50 name. That would be Innoviva. This is a biotech that is following through after its breakout on Wednesday over a 1694 buy point.
This is a company that specializes in respiratory products. It makes drugs used for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, also asthma. It's doing a lot of work with GlaxoSmithKline, and just a good solid IBD 50 name. Kind of a rarity in the market. It did stage a technical breakout Wednesday, just ahead of Thanksgiving.
After a very long cup with handle base.
After a very long cup with handle, you can see some good follow through for the stock today as well. So Innoviva, not it's a biotech, so of course it's a bit speculative, but again, an average daily volume north of 1 million shares, and it is profitable, and it's got a bullish relative strength line, so this looks like a pretty solid name as well.
Okay, then. And then on Monday, we should have more retail data after all the Black Friday and some of the Cyber Monday sales are over. So we'll be able to get a gauge of how the retail sector is doing then.
Yeah, I think I saw Adobe Analytics comes out every Black Friday. They're looking for about $3.5 billion in online sales, about a third of that coming from mobile. So we'll see what the numbers eventually look like.
Yeah, definitely. All right, thanks so much for watching, everyone. For more information on all of those sectors and more, make sure you're reading investors.com and catch our videos and more across all of our social platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. All right, have a great Black Friday, everyone. Again, markets closed at 1 p.m. Eastern, so we'll catch you here Monday morning.